Hey guys, so today I want to talk about a nutrition topic that I've talked about before. I've probably made a Macro Monday post about it, but it is macros versus nutrition coaching. So when I first started, wanting to count my macros and focus on my nutrition, I thought, it would be great if I had somebody's macros who looks really good, like somebody like Rich Froning or Marcus Philly, because those guys have great physiques. And if I just had their macros, I would reach my goals. Well, once I started working with a nutrition coach, I realized that is not the case because nutrition is not a cookie cutter approach. And that's what I want to talk about today is the difference between, a templated approach. There's a lot of companies out there that give out templates with specific numbers based on, your weight and stuff like that. And that's based on a lot of raw data, and you can get great results with those. I won't dispute that, but I want to contrast that from nutrition coaching. So nutrition coaching, where it is very different, is it is looking, and what I do with Elevate Nutrition and Coaching is I look at the individual. I look at that specific individual and look at everything that they've got going on in their lives. What they do for a living. Do they have any kids? Are they married? How old are they? What's their stress like? What's their sleep like? How active are they? There's so many different things that factor into that, but when you get just a number, none of that is factored in. It is just, here's a number, it'll probably work for you, but you're not going to learn anything on the way. So they'll give you these numbers and tell you, here's a list of foods to eat and what you should be eating and stuff like that. And people ask me all the time, will you give me a meal plan and tell me what to eat? I won't do that because I want you to learn what best fuels you, because only you know what's best for you. I could tell you, oh, you should be eating this food. Well, maybe you don't like that food, or maybe you have an aversion to that food. So with nutrition coaching, it is very different. I look at every single facet of your life to figure out what numbers are going to work best for you. I could have two clients that are, exactly the same height and weight, and they will probably have different numbers because they probably have different things going on in their lives. They probably have different stressors. One person may have a very stressful job. One person may have 3 kids. Those are vast differences. So those are a lot of things to factor in, and why I don't like just handing people a set of macros, because it doesn't really teach them anything. And my whole goal of nutrition coaching is to help people learn these habits over time. That way they can take that and use it from now on. So I have a client that I worked with for about 3 months. His name's Sean, and he actually texted me the other day. I haven't been working with him for about 2 months now. And he texted me, let me find it. Oh, I found it. A few moments later. He texted me, he said, just wanted to let you know that I've still been going strong. Have a wedding on Friday, and due to my old dress slacks being too large, I had to buy new ones. Slim fit, size 34. I think when Sean and I started, he was a 38 or 40 in his waist. He didn't see a lot of change on the scale, but he saw a lot of physical change with his pant size. And that is awesome. That is what everybody's really looking for, is to look great at that wedding that they want to go to, or look great for the beach. And to do that, you have to learn these skills and learn these habits that you're going to be able to take with you from now on. And that's what I love about nutrition coaching, is getting texts like that from a guy like Sean, who for 3 months, he wasn't always, going on this path. He had some ups and downs along the way, and there were times that he really struggled. I told him to just keep persisting, keep focusing on those little things, and he did. And he continued to press on, and he continued to see results despite that. And he's still doing really well, which is awesome to hear, that he has taken what I've taught him and is using it still to this day and is still making progress. And that's a great thing about nutrition coaching versus a templated approach. I think you get one, you get a holistic approach. Two, you get accountability. And that's what I do each week with every person and client that I have is I reach out to them and send them a check-in with all of these different factors. How are they feeling mentally and physically? How is their sleep, their stress levels, their hunger levels, so many different things. And then the last thing I ask them is, what is one thing you can improve upon going into this next week? And I think that's a great thing because they pick something and then that is their focus for the next week. Whether it's to drink more water or less snacking on, snacky foods at night and stuff like that. That is something that is tangible that they can focus on, and they could create that habit in a week. Then we go on to something else, and that's a little change that when you add up all those little changes week to week, it leads to stuff like that where he's still making leaps and bounds progress down the road. So that's my take on a templated approach, with just a set of macros versus actual nutrition and accountability coaching, is that there's so much less about the person, and it's less individualized with just a random set of numbers. Well, I won't say random, not a random set of numbers, but a set of numbers based on just raw data versus numbers based on that specific person and what that specific person needs. And so that's the great thing about nutrition coaching, and which is what I love about it, and where there is value with nutrition and accountability coaching. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. My email is elevatenutritionandcoaching@gmail.com. I'd be happy to do a free consultation with you and answer any questions that you have about nutrition coaching and stuff like that. And I've worked with many clients in the last year, and I've actually it's April 22nd today. I think May 1st was when I launched Elevate Nutrition and Coaching. So coming up on 1 year, I've helped a lot of people in that time, and I've learned a lot along the way. I still have clients that are with me to this day from that start time, so they're still doing really well. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel and what I'm doing with Elevate Nutrition and Coaching. And don't forget to be strong and courageous. Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend.